Welcome to Speek Transit, your investment vehicle. I'm your presenter, Joe Spiek. Over the next several minutes, I'll cover a lot of information about this unique investment opportunity. So I'm suggesting at this time, you pause the video, grab a piece of paper and pen, and jot down any questions that you might have for me once you've watched the video. Let me start with some simple questions. Are you tired of the risks involved when investing in stocks and mutual funds? Or are you not investing in the stock market and looking for a new type of investment? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then thank you for the opportunity to present this new and unique investment opportunity. At this time, I'd like to introduce Spiek Transit LLC. Spiek Transit is a new asset management company that purchases semi-trucks for the commercial trucking industry. The trucking industry serves the American economy by transporting large quantities of raw materials, works in process, and finished goods over land. Why invest in the trucking industry, you ask? After I completed a lot of research and due diligence in the trucking industry, I determined that this was a good opportunity to make some money. Next, I reached an agreement with a local trucking company named J2S Logistics. The business model is to lease our purchased trucks to J2S Logistics, and after they take their management fee and pay for the expenses, we make a profit. The investment opportunity available today is to purchase non-voting shares of Spiek Transit and receive your equal equivalent from the profits of the assets we manage. Next, let's get on the same page about some critical definitions of this investment opportunity. An investment is an asset or an item acquired with the goal of generating income. In this case, that asset will be a commercial truck, as pictured on the right. An asset is a resource with economic value that an individual, business, or corporation owns or controls with the expectation that it'll provide a future benefit. An asset management company is a firm that invests pooled funds from investors, putting the capital to work through different investment opportunities. Again, Spiek Transit LLC is structured as an asset management company. As I'm sure you know, all investments involve risk. However, as quoted by Melody Hobson, the biggest risk of all is not taking one. Also, risk is one of the key ingredients to a successful business. How you manage it determines your level of success, as quoted by Charles Inter-Icola. So, to recap, we have agreed that the stock market lately has been hazardous as your choice of investing your hard-earned funds. I have introduced a new investment opportunity in the form of buying non-voting shares in Spiek Transit and explain some details of the business model. At this time, let's discuss some of the options that you have available. First, you can play it safe. This is the option where you sit back and watch others and see if they get results. However, this option might be the riskiest of all options because, as quoted earlier, the most significant risk is to take no risk at all. Or you can invest your own in the trucking industry. This option is viable for anybody with the time, money, and business experience to manage their own semi-truck. So if you have 10 to 20 hours per week to dedicate towards this investment, $60,000 of cash on hand to invest, and the ability to set up and manage a business, then this might be your best option. However, I believe your best option is to invest with Spiek Transit LLC. This option is for those that want to get in the game, minimize risk, and don't have the option to do it on their own or find it very appealing. This option is ideal for new investors, casual investors, or investors who don't have the time or ability to manage this investment independently. This is the option that I'll be covering over the following several slides. So if you're still interested, please watch the remainder of this video. If this doesn't sound like this is the right opportunity for you, simply let me know this wasn't the right vehicle for you. Let's go! Next, we'll discuss the price per share and learn how this all works. The shares will cost $20,000 each. The company will issue 4 new shares every time Spiek Transit buys a new truck. 3 of those shares will be issued to investors, and 1 share will go to the management of Spiek Transit to manage the company and the truck. This means that $60,000 in pool funds will be used to purchase a new asset, or in this case a truck, to help cover all the startup expenses. To recap, investors have paid $20,000 per share for every truck purchased, and Speak Transit is issued one share for business management. So, what value do you receive from the management? First of all, there's truck management. This starts with purchasing the right truck at the right price, getting the truck on the road, and managing revenue and expenses to ensure the asset's profitability. Next, there's J2S Logistics Management. This includes communicating, monitoring, and managing the relationship with our leasing company, which is critical to the success of our business. Lastly, there's the management of Speak Transit itself. Ensuring we keep accurate bookkeeping and providing reports to our shareholders is vital. Quarterly reports and dividends will be provided to all shareholders. I realize there are many different options when investing your money, but the mainstream options are to put your money in savings, money market accounts, or the stock market. Next, let's discuss the type of return on your investments you could expect on each option compared to investing with Speak Transit. If you were to invest $20,000 in a money market or savings account, you could expect a return of about 0.85 to 3% in interest earned. Thus, after 1 year, you could earn between $170 to $600. And in 2 years, your profit would be somewhere between $340 to $1,200. While this might be a low-risk investment, the actual risk is opportunity expense. Opportunity expense is the potential benefits an investor or business misses out when they choose one alternative over another. And if you invested the same $20,000 in the stock market, what ROI could you expect? According to conventional wisdom, an annual 7% ROI is considered good. This also happens to be the average of the S&P 500, accounting for inflation. So, if you invested $20,000 in the stock market, say in mutual funds, and you did earn a 7% ROI, then after the first year, you would have earned $1,400. And after the second year, you would have earned $2,898. Not a bad profit in 2 years, but is that the best investment option for your money? Finally, let's discuss your projected ROI from an investment in Speak Transit. With the savings account and the stock market, we already knew the ROI percentage and needed to solve for the profit after 1 or 2 years. With Speak Transit, we know the projected profit, so now we need to solve for the ROI percentage. To calculate ROI, you subtract the initial cost of the investment from its final value. Divide this new number by the cost of the investment and multiply it by 100. Here are the projected final values for the first 2 years so we can solve for ROI percentages on Speak Transit over the next 2 years. As you can see, the total investment cost is $20,000. The projected annual dividends are $8,000 per year. The projected annual replacement fund value is $2,000 per year. The replacement fund is a separate fund from operating expenses that we can use to help replace the asset at the end of its valuable period or for major repairs that keep the truck on the road earning money. And in addition to the cash dividends paid out and the money paid for the replacement fund, you still have the asset's value. In this example, I'm using the value of my first truck. We paid $44,000 for the truck. After the first year on the road and using the worst case scenario, the truck's value should be around $34,000. That means each shareholder's value would be $8,500 after the first year. That's $34,000 divided by the 4 shareholders for this truck. Therefore, the total value of your investment after 1 year is $18,500, which is a negative ROI after 1 year. However, the final value after the second year would be $26,000, an ROI of 30%. Check out this ROI calculator I found online. As you can see, the investment gain of $6,000 provides you with a 30% ROI or an analyzed ROI of 14.02%. That's double the ROI expected from the stock market. And a projected ROI after the third year would be a total of $33,500. Per the ROI calculator, that's a whopping $13,500 investment gain and an ROI percentage of 67.5%. Annualized, that's now 18.76, and it keeps getting better. Check out the projected ROI over the next 4 years. The investment option in Spiek Transit is projected to provide an analyzed ROI of 21.44%. That's 3 times the ROI of the stock market. So you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. Let's review the projected numbers and see how we came to our dividend numbers. When doing my research with JDS Logistics, I requested the range of revenue and expenses we could expect with each truck. Then I chose to represent the most conservative revenue expectations and paired them with the most aggressive expenses. With this approach, I was hoping to represent the worst case scenario instead of a bullish or rosy outcome for selling shares. Remember, my first shareholders are my most loved family members, including my kids and parents. Now to the numbers. All the numbers are based on a quarterly basis. As you can see, the dividend after we deduct the $500 per quarter for the replacement fund, your net dividend is right around $2,000 per quarter, or $8,000 annually, which I shared before. Hang tight, we're almost done. In this next section, I will review some frequently asked questions. First question, why are you selling shares of Spiek Transit if it's such an excellent and low-risk opportunity? The answer is twofold. First, I don't have the capital or money in my accounts to buy the trucks by myself. When that time comes, I'll be purchasing all 3 of the investor shares and still issuing 4 shares to the company. This will add more assets and reduce all investors' risk. With only 1 truck now, we aren't earning any income if that truck goes down for repairs. The more trucks on the road, the less risk every shareholder will experience. Also, with more trucks earning, we can buy bulk supplies like hoses, filters, tires to save money on routine maintenance. This is called economies of scale. Secondly, I love the idea of sharing the good fortune of opportunity with family and friends. I get to pick who I do business with and help out family and friends along the way. As the sole owner of Spiek Transit, I'll get to decide how many trucks I will have on and thus control how many shares and shareholders get involved. I will not be selling shares to the general public, so if you have received this video, you must be a friend. Another question, will you be able to sell your shares of Spiek Transit if you choose to do so? The short answer is yes. The long answer is on the screen. The most vital thing to remember is that it's best not to sell your share until after the first year. This one is important. How will your quarterly dividends be determined, and when do you receive your dividend? Every quarter, based on the calendar year, I'll supply all shareholders with financial reports on the last day of the quarter. The distribution of dividends will occur before the 15th of the following month. Since we're not a publicly traded company, the shares I'm selling don't have the same properties as those you might buy from Apple or Microsoft. So, how do your shares work, and are they assigned to only 1 truck? This is an excellent question because my vision of these shares have some unique properties. Your share or shares are assigned to the company when discussing dividends. At the end of the quarter, we will determine the profit of all assets and then divide the profit by the number of shares issued to shareholders. However, there are times when your share or shares are tied directly to the truck. The first example is the repair fund that is funded from your dividends. If you remember, from every dividend you earn, we will be holding $500 per shareholder for a unique replacement or repair fund. This unique fund stays tied to the truck. Also, the truck's value stays with your issued share. Every time we add a semi-truck to the fleet, the truck will have its own unique value. The truck's value helps determine the worth of your share, and your share's total value helps determine your ROI. I hope this slide helped explain the share's properties, but if not, be sure to jot down your questions and we'll discuss your questions on the phone or in person. And now our last frequently asked question. Who will be handling the maintenance and who's paying for it? All the maintenance expenses will be paid by Spiek Transit LLC, but will be handled by JDS Logistics as part of their services. Maintenance expenses include tires, oil changes, tune-ups, hoses, filters, and other miscellaneous costs. Once we add more trucks to the fleet, buying in bulk will help reduce these costs in the near future. Again, if you have any additional questions I didn't cover, I hope you have them written down. And please contact me when we can discuss them further. Okay, just a bit more to share. This is your roadmap to success. Your journey starts when you purchase your share. Next, once 3 shares are bought, I start shopping for the truck. Third, once the truck is purchased, we register and insure the truck. Next, the truck gets the required decals that display our authority to operate the truck. Now the truck is ready for loads or assigned to a contract. Then, Spiek Management LLC manages the truck, relationship, and financial reports for our investors. Ready to move forward? We have 2 options. Your first option is to purchase a full share or multiple shares at the cost of $20,000 each. Your second option is to purchase a half share for $10,000. While your dividends and final values will be divided in half, the ROI projection percentages will remain the same. All properties of your half share will work the same as well. Either way, you are now on the path of having your money work for you. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time and I hope you're excited about this opportunity as I am. Please text or call to let me know if you have any questions or if you're ready to invest. Thank you.